Yes.
For zebra.
Yeah.
Because these would now have been in a position to consult the actually fighting others, whether what was being discussed at the Lancaster House conference was in line with what they were fighting for.
Yes.
Do you get my point?
Yes, I get it. So, in other words, you are saying that the agreement of Lancaster House was the first betrayal on the Zimbabwean people.
That was a great betrayal for the Zimbabwean people. That's what I am saying.
Yeah.
So it was not a reflection of why the war was fought. Because over and over again, Tom Morgan emphasized that they were not fighting Smith.
Yeah.
They were not fighting the white men, but they were fighting the system. So what Lancaster House imposed on us was exactly the colonial system in its totality.
Talking about the system, you touched on the issue.
No change whatsoever. Even up to now, there is no change of the system in Zimbabwe. We are still following the colonial system.
Talking about the system, say, you look. I wanted to ask on the issue of you talk about the kingship system that we had before the colonizers came. You talk about that system, that it was a perfect system. It was a system that we were not allowed to go back to. Can you talk us through that challenge that we are still facing as a nation, or maybe as a continent?
Yeah, you see, right from Nigeria up to South Africa, the colonialists did not abolish chieftaincy, African chieftaincy.
Oh, yeah.
Because they realized that it was good governance for the African.
All right.
And that they could utilize it for ruling Africans themselves in what they call the indirect rule in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So when you look at the chieftain system, you will see that it was the best democracy in the world because they ruled by consensus.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and the issue would be discussed at the Dare, at the Indala, and with everybody else had views, and until they agreed that the views were correct.
Yes.
That's when that could be passed on to the chief to implement. And if the chief failed to implement the decisions of the Dare, of the Indala, then he would be removed from power.
Oh, okay, I see.
And it was not difficult to remove the chief from power because they would just say, Vazimu Varamba. You see, that meant kuti vana vachakuda. So the chief just packed up his things and went away.
So, as you are saying, like I'm getting something here, like the democracy that, or maybe a false democracy that we talk about, or the justice system, it is nowhere near where our ancestors or our forebears had. I was saying that, if I hear you correctly, I'm saying that if we look at the justice system that was there and compare to this justice system that we have right now, what are the things, I mean, notable changes that you can say that where we have lost a lot of ground in that justice system that was there?
Yeah, when you talk of justice system, I suppose you're talking about the law.
Yes. Yes.
You see, Lancaster House imposed on us the Roman Dutch law as if there were Romans and Dutch in Zimbabwe. No? Now, our laws were quite different from the Roman Dutch law. The Roman Dutch law creates a prison. You know?
Yeah.
Now, when you committed a crime during the chieftain's time, you were not put in prison. You were made to compensate.
Okay.
Your punishment was to pay back. Even if you killed somebody. You know, there was the institution of Ungozi, which meant that for the rest of your lifetime and for the rest of the lifetime of your clan, you'll be paying for that. Yes. So we didn't have prison. Now look at the Roman Dutch law prison. A person steals $4 million, $5 million. He's put in prison for 5 years.
Yes.
In prison, he's fed, he is educated, if he's got the will to get himself educated.
Yeah.
And then he comes out after 5 years, the 5 million is intact. He uses it.
Yes. So it means that like if I hear you correctly, you are saying that this justice system that was there, it allowed the person to pay whilst he is still in the community, and at the end of the day, that will allow them to change their ways.
Yes.
All right.
How can you kill again when in actual fact you are paying heavily for the one you killed?
Yeah. Right. Viewers and listeners, there we have it. We are having Dr. Musa Mupanduki, and he is having a series on his Facebook page, on his Facebook and YouTube page. Go and check him out so that you can be able to learn some of these things that he's talking about. Then let us look at the issue of Africa as a whole. You talk of the Organization of African Unity when Kwame Nkrumah came into power. What were the things that that could have been done by the then leaders who were there? And also looking at now, we have got so many currencies in Africa. What can we do as Africa in order to retain our power that we had before the colonizers came?
What I think Nkrumah should have done could have been instigation of referendums in every independent African country. But that should have been preceded by an intensive information campaign about the meaning of a United States of Africa. A united Africa. You see? And if all the people in these independent African states had agreed, and they understood what African unity was, then they should have gone ahead with the Addis Ababa conference to form the Organization of African Unity. And if the people of Africa had actually said, we want a United States of Africa, who were the leaders to deny the people that opportunity? So, because they went, it was an elitist conference. So what happened? They discussed among themselves. So the majority of them said, let the formation of the Africans, the United States of Africa, be a gradual step. Because they wanted to enjoy power. So, but so since that time it has been African unity in theory and not in practice. You lip service to it. What we need today is a prelude to the formation of the United States of Africa is to craft a constitution that will be used, an African constitution that reflects the values and norms of the African people to be introduced in every African state. We should have one currency. We should have one passport. That can be a very good prelude to the formation of the United States of Africa. If that is a little bit difficult, we can start by having federations.
Okay.
Like all the ECOWAS countries coming together as a federation under one ruler.
Okay. But
and all the COMESA countries coming under federation, one federation. Yes. Look, the whites did it in Southern Africa, because they formed the Federation of Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Yes. Because they realized that if you pull out the resources, then you progress.
Yeah. That's very true.
Yes.
So
that's how Salisbury came to be what it was.
So as we continue, say, one might ask, one might say that we speak different kind of languages. You come to Zimbabwe, you find there is Shona, there is Ndebele, there is a number of languages. How can you have that cohesion when you talk about Africa? If you go to Nigeria, they have got over 100-something dialects. How can these people who are speaking different languages, how can they find one another in such a bigger picture of Africa?
It is just because Africans are lazy and we never thought we could be on our own. Because by now, we should have instituted a common language for the whole of Africa. Because if English can be spoken in England there are actually Scottish, Welsh, there are Irish, and so forth, and they've been able to come out with one language, which is English. No? I see no reason why Africa cannot have one language. I see no reason why Zimbabwe cannot have one language. Look at our universities. Like the universities in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
They don't even have a department of African studies and a department of African languages. But they have a Confucian Chinese department. No? Where Chinese philosophy is taught. So you see, it is because we are lazy. We don't think that our languages are worth anything. Yes, we only think that the foreign languages, English, Portuguese, and French, are the languages.
Yes. Yeah, there you have it, viewers and listeners. We are having Dr. Musa Mupanduki. If you have got any questions, please post them on our comment, and he will be able to answer them. And we are talking about the false start that we have in Africa and where we got it all wrong in Zimbabwe as a nation. And he is highlighting a lot of issues that are very, very important. The issue of languages, that right now we cannot even have one language as a nation. And it looks like, we look like our languages are not even developing, just like even the English language is developing each and every year. You find there are new ways that are being brought to the dictionary, but what we are having in our language is probably colloquial language, your street lingua, which is not even helpful to the development of our own languages.
You see, people do not understand the importance of language. You see, language is used to transmit culture. You see, so if you don't have a language, then you don't have a culture.
Yes.
So you see, in Zimbabwe, we are very fast extinguishing our language, and very soon will become a culturalist country.
Yes.
Because in the rural areas where we say the chiefs are custodians of our culture, we see that there has been a lot of penetration,
yes,
of the Western system.
Yes.
So, in terms of politics, in terms of religion, in terms of language, in terms of everything.
Yes.
So very soon our languages will be extinguished. And we will be a culturalist nation.
Yeah, they.
You see, in the United States,
Yes.
take the black race.
Yeah.
The black race, there's no culture.
Yes.
Yeah. So you find that if their name is Johnson, is a constant reminder that they were property of a Mr. Johnson. So in Zimbabwe, when they are called John, when they are called Joseph,
yeah,
it's a reminder that you are still colonized.
That is really, I mean, really unfortunate for us that even for our kids. And you also touched on the issue of our vernacular language not being taught, even in our own homes. Kids are not being taught their own language. They are being taught to communicate in English. How is that having an impact on the future generations when we look at the issues like how will they be able to change all that and bring back all these issues that we are bringing across the issue of having a united Africa? Do you think that if we continue teaching our kids the colonial language, they will at some point come back and say, let us learn our own language, or let us change the cultures that let us revert to the culture that we once had before colonization?
Look, we ever since the time of colonization, we have been colonizing our children. Even after independence, the colonization of our children has been intensified. So that actually paints a very dark picture for Africa, for the whole of Africa, actually.
Yes.
Oh?
Yeah.
Yes. Unless we actually change our mindset.
Yes.
Unless we know that our children have got to be taught our culture. They have to be taught our language so that, they can be able to transmit that in terms of culture.
Yes.
How are we saying we are training future leaders of Africa, who are colonial minded? This is where the danger is. You see, a nation without a culture, it's not a nation at all.
Yes. That's very true.
So you cannot keep on teaching your children not to speak your vernacular. You cannot go on teaching your children not to eat the traditional foods and so forth. After all, traditional foods are very healthy. The so-called European foods are all disease infected. You see, but we don't know that because we think everything that is white is great. Everything that is European is great. You see, this is one of the causes of corruption. If you look at corruption corruption.
Yes.
Corruption is for people saying that they want to live like a white man. They want to have a house like a white man. They want to have a lot of cars like a white man. They want to eat egg and bacon like a white man. This is why there is so much corruption in Africa. Because people want to live like Europeans.
Yeah, those are very, very strong words there. And I really see where the genesis of our problem is coming from. Doctor, we have to continue this conversation next week because this is a very, very, very broad topic. We're a bit constrained of time. Of course, we started a bit late, but we really want, how can people get or follow? I know you have written some books that are available. How can people get in touch with you if they want to know more about about the teachings that you are giving to the African people, even in particular Zimbabweans?
Oh, they can call me or they can get my on me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yes, and my books are found on Amazon.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Which were Zimbabwe and Light for Africa. And very soon I'll be publishing 2 more. One is on redemption for Zimbabwe, my country, and the other one is decolonization of religion in Africa, focusing on Zimbabwe.
Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, Doctor. I think we have not covered even a surface of the amount of knowledge that you wanted us to have on this show. Obviously, I hope that next week we'll be having a better connection so that people can be able to see you and we can explore even further and have more questions on the show. But we really want to thank you for your time, sir, for affording us just a bit of time for us to tap into your knowledge that we have. We really appreciate your time, sir.
You're very much welcome. Thank you.
All right. That was Dr. Musa Mupanduki. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers and listeners on JCTV Zimbabwe, we had to call him so that we can have a bit of the information that he wanted to give us. Please get in touch with him. You can go on Amazon.com, just search for Dr. Musa Mupanduki. You'll find his books that he's written. And I'm just going to post one of the books. Hope I'll find it right now. One of the books that he has written. Please go and look it up on Amazon if you want to buy this book. It will do more good to you because it is a very, very, very important book for this generation. And there are issues that is raising the issue of okay, there you have it. That is the book that I wanted you to see. Go and look it up on. Okay, this is not uploading, but anyway, this is what I wanted to say to you, that our focus, maybe you've watched Dr. Arikana Chihombori while she was talking about the betrayal that we saw from our African leaders of the yesteryear, saying that we want the United States of Africa to happen gradually. But it seems like the leaders of today, they are deviating from that course, and we are not seeing any of them actually implementing that. Because right now we speak so many languages. You find that there is Swahili. Here in South Africa, where I am, you find that there are 11 languages. And then you go to Zimbabwe, you find that there are even a couple of languages. You go to Malawi, a couple of languages. But we are not promoting our local languages to become official languages, and there is no development of our own languages in particular. So this is a sad reality that we faced with, whereby we are speaking. I'm speaking to you in English. I could have been speaking in Swahili to all of you that are listening to me, but I'm forced to speak because that's the language that we are forced to communicate with. If you are not speaking English, you are regarded as somebody who is not learned, which is an unfortunate thing. And some of the people, they will tell you that you are not even speaking good English. It's not your language. It's a foreign language. Why are we shooting ourselves in the foot as the African continent? It's a very, very sad reality. We obviously are going to continue this conversation in the interview that we're going to have next week. Hopefully, we're going to be having Dr. Musa Mupanduki live so that he can be answering some of the questions that you guys have. Please send in those questions to me on JCTV Zimbabwe, be it on, or you can send them on as a message on WhatsApp, on my numbers that I always put up there. If you go on JCTV Zimbabwe, there's a WhatsApp option that you can send. That is on Facebook, of course. You can send me a question and let us have a discussion. Let us continue talking about this. It is very, very important. It is very, very crucial, because what we are seeing, those are just telltales of what was done wrong from the beginning. Time when we attained our independence, we should have focused, because you look at Dubai or in the Middle East, or you look at Asia, you find that the people in the Middle East, they have their own culture, and that culture has not been eradicated from them. That's why you find them, they are wearing their own dressing, they have their own dressing. But here in Africa, you find that people abandon the traditional dressing that we had, and they have adopted. We can't even have a dress of our own that we can call this is our own African dressing. It's all an augmentation augmentation of the foreign kind of dressing, and that is a very, very unfortunate situation. But we are a continent that can become great if we want to be. And also, there's another issue that we are going to look at, the issue of why are we having so many currencies. You move from here, you go to Botswana, you're having a pula. You go to Namibia, you have a different currency there. You go to Angola, a different currency. So, but if you go into Europe, you find that they have different currencies, but they have a cohesion of one currency that they use. They use euro. You go to the states of United States of America, you find in all those many states that they have, I might not know them by head, but in all those states they are using one currency. But in Africa, as a continent, we are using multiple currencies, and if you have to go to Kenya, you have to change your rands into shillings or US dollars into shillings. You go to Nigeria, you have to change your rands into naira. You have to go to another nation, you have to change all these different currencies. It's not making us any good. Yes, you can talk of digital technology or of digital currencies that are now coming up, but they are not helping us in any way in our own African continent. But this has been the topic. I had to we have to end it here today. I'm seeing other people that are coming in. Bongan Nyaze, thank you so much for joining me, my brother. Emmanuel Nwebe, thank you for watching. Modim Kwena, you were saying no sound. Hello, Rovarash, Yvonne Rovarash, thank you for watching, my sister. Craig Marshall, thank you for being part of this show. We really appreciate your time. Today, I've been doing a lot of talking. I was having another guest earlier on, but this is the topic. This is the discussion that we should be. If you are going to be in office in the near future, these are the things that we should be pushing for, to make sure that we have a united Africa, a united continent, where we can be able to stand at the world stage tall and say that this we do not want, this we cannot accept. But if we are defragmented states as we are right now, there is no way that we can see change in Africa. But anyway, I don't want to be talking too much or preempt the discussion that we're going to be having next week. Please do join us next week, as we're going to be having Dr. Musa Mupanduki on this show. Please follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and follow me on all other platforms as we delve into these topics. Tell me what you think on the comment section. I would really love to hear your thoughts. This has been your boy JC, reminding you that Rise Up Africa, the world is waiting for you. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Good night for now.